Good morning, children. Welcome to the third session on 8th class 5th unit Education and Career. Today we are going to see a very important topic, that is how Hafiz the contractor became a contractor. And we know that from his past story, from the story that we have read so far, that he was not at all a good student, and that he could just got 50% marks in his 10th class as well as in his intermediate. But a person with such a low academic performance, how he has become such a great contractor? There is a very interesting story behind it. But before we go into that, now I would like to review few points that we have completed earlier. Today we will see a few points that we have completed earlier, and we know that it is an interview between Miss Delaraja, editor of Sparsh, a newsletter from the Valley School, Bangalore, and then Hafiz the contractor. And we know that today Hafiz the contractor is a very successful contractor, and that's why they are taking an interview. Being a newsletter from a school, they would like to know how Hafiz the contractor with such a low background has become such a great person, such a great contractor. Now, before we go there, let us review the previous points, some of the points that we have covered already. So, from the first session, we have seen that Hafiz the contractor was continuously getting the nightmares about himself attending for the maths examination, where he did not know anything to write about. So he knew nothing of the maths examination, but he was getting the dreams that he was repeatedly attending the maths examination, and he terms it as a nightmare. Nightmare is a scaring dream, a frightening dream. So he had been getting it. Of course, after entering his profession, very recently he has lost that fear, but for many years that nightmare had been haunting him. Now let us see that in the first and second year when he was studying, he was a good student. First and second year, by that we mean when he was in the first class and when he was in the second class, he was a very good student. But after that, he lost interest in his studies. Maybe from his third standard onwards, he lost interest in his studies. And then he was interested only in playing games, running around, playing jokes and pranks on other people. And since he did not know anything to write in the examination, he resorted to copying in the examination. So he started copying in the examination. So that's what we know from his student career. Being a student, he has conducted himself like this. Now moving on to the next point, Hafiz, when he was in the 11th standard, one day his principal called him and advised him to study well, and reminded him that his mother worked very hard to pay for his studies. And we have seen that Hafiz did not have his father when he was studying, and his mother was the sole breadwinner. That means the one who is supposed to provide for his education as well as for his food. That's why she was working hard in order to pay his fees. And this is what his principal reminded him. Now my son, so far you are a very good student, but you have not been studying. Now that you are in the 11th standard, you are good enough, or you have got good age enough nowadays now to know to take care of yourself. So from that day he has asked him to take care of himself and work hard and study. And then what we have seen is that from that day onwards, he started working very hard. He started he was only studying, and then he did not get out of his house, and he was only studying. Except for the prayers, he did not go anywhere else. And then this is the things that we have seen in the previous session. Now we will move on to the third session. I welcome you all children to the third session. So, in the third session, we are entering the part B, reading, and then we treasure within second section. So, here we see, it is the continuation of the interview between Miss Belaraja and Hafiz contractor. Now let us read a brief introduction that was given there. Hafiz stumbled on architecture because he knew little French and German. He was offbeat even in the pranks that he played. When he found his calling, there was no looking back. So here what he says is, Hafiz stumbled on architecture. Hafiz entered the architecture just as a mere chance, just as by chance, and then he was offbeat with his pranks that he played. So in order to know the meaning of offbeat, we will see the exact information in the later. Okay, so we will see these two meanings. One is offbeat. So offbeat is unusual and unconventional, and I will tell you the meaning of these two clearly. I will explain to you in the further session, because it has got a link with our lesson, and that will help you to understand this one better. And then here we are used to another one, that is, here we have seen this, when he found his calling, there was no looking back. So what is meant by his calling? So the meaning of his calling is his life's mission. So what he has to become in life is his life's mission. So let us see what he has found and how he has taken up his life's mission. We are going to see in the present session. So before that, we are going to take a question of Miss Belaraja, who was interviewing. So now let's read the question. How did you get into the field of architecture? Hafiz contractor's answer is, in the college for architecture, nobody who had got below 80 to 85% was allowed to enter. I had only 50%. So before we go to the next one, before we continue with this, we will see the meaning of the word architecture. Architecture. The meaning of the architecture is the art and practice of designing and constructing buildings. So the subject is that the meaning, it is a subject or it is a profession where they plan, they design, they plan, and then according to that plan they construct the building. Now the meaning of architecture. Now the meaning of architect. Architect is the one who practices and designs the construction of the buildings. So this is the meaning of architecture and architect. So now that you have understood the meaning of architect and architecture, we will go into the further reading. So in order to become a good architect, one has to pursue his study in architecture. But the one who has got 50% or even 60% or 70% were not allowed to enter that particular study. That's why what he wanted to do is, he wanted to join the army. So that's what he says. I wanted to join the army. I got my admission letter, but my aunt told cut. Then I decided that I wanted to join in the police force. My mother said, don't join the police force, just do your graduation. So I went to Jai Hind College in Bombay. So, children, what we are going to see here is he is trying to explore his means of settling down in life. He wanted to settle down in life. He was exploring various means of settling down in life. So, he wanted to, because he did not have interest in the study, he wanted to stop studying and then wanted to take up some job. So, he wanted to join in the army. He might have applied for it, and so he got a call letter, but his aunt told him, no, this is not suitable for you, and then she tore it up. She tore that call letter. Then he wanted to join the police force, but his mother advised him not to join the police force, but she encouraged him to join for a degree in Jai Hind College in Bombay. So, now before we go on with the next explanation, let us see the meaning of architecture and so on. So we have learned that the art and practice of designing the construction of the buildings is architecture. In the further slides, we are going to see how a building is designed. Just look at here, for example, it is a building designed by Frank Lloyd Wright in Oak Park, Illinois. So here they have designed it. So it is the village of Oak Park. They have designed the entire thing. So what we see here is they have designed the entire thing, and then how the length and how and what should be. There should be a river forest here. There should be a park here, and then there should be the houses, and where there should be their houses and so on. This is how they have done it. And so now we will see it is Flatiron building in New York City. See this, a triangle one, which looks like a triangle on top and at the bottom. The building is also looks like triangle. A beautiful construction, you must have seen. It is a very beautiful construction. And then see, when they are designing something, they design the interior as well as the external thing. Externally it should look very beautiful, and internally also it should be designed in such a way that it fulfills all the requirements for them either to stay or for their office work. So it is designed in such a way that it is designed internally and externally in such a way that it meets all its purpose. All its purpose of, if it is constructed for the office, or to meet all its purpose, they have constructed this. Now we will go on to the next one, that is his prospects for future. We have seen that he was trying to, at that time he was trying to explore the possibilities of settling down in his life. So we will see some of the prospects that he has tried. So he wanted to join the army. We have seen it already earlier, and his aunt tore up that letter. And then he wanted to join the police force. His mother said no, and then she encouraged him to join the Hindu college. And then so he says it was our joining in an architecture college was just by chance. Now we will see, or we will discuss certain events that have made him an architect. What in the events have contributed for him to become an architect, we will see. So we see there I was. That is, there here means the Jai Hind College in Bombay. There I was to take French or German. Though I had studied French for 7 years, I did not know 7 words of French. So I took German. Then my German teacher died. Then the college told me that I could change the college or take French. So now till here we will take the explanation. So we are now in this session we are going to discuss certain events that have made him an architect. So what is says here? So what is says here? in Jai Hind College, when he joined, the college management, or even as per the rules of the university, they have to take either a French or a German. Nowadays we are taking English or Telugu as the main subjects. So at that time also they have to take one foreign language. It is compulsory that they should take a foreign language. So he opted for German because he studied even in his earlier studies, maybe up to 10th class, and even in the plus 1 and plus 2, that is in the intermediate, he took French for 7 years. He says for the past 7 years, maybe from his 5th standard onwards or from his 6th standard onwards, he was studying French. But he did not know 7 words of French. He did not know anything about French because he was not interested in studies. So since he was not interested in the studies, he could not know anything. He could not do well in the examination. That's why maybe he had got a little phobia of this French. That's why he opted to take German. Then my German teacher died. So after he opted for the German as an optional language, then his German teacher died. The college told me that I could change the college or take French. So the college management asked him to take French because German teacher is not there. That's why he had to compulsorily opt for the French language, and they could not offer him the German language. Now, who would give me admission in another college? I had got admission to Jai Hind College by influence. So I thought, okay, I'll take French, and I started learning French again. I learnt it from my cousin. She was an architect's wife. I was going to the architect's office to learn French. So now what we know is, after his German teacher died, the college management called him and suggested him either to take French or to leave the college and join some other college to pursue his studies where there is German. And then he thought it carefully because he was not going to get any admission at any other college, because even in Jai Hind College he got the seat by influence. By influence means maybe by the recommendations of somebody he got that particular seat. So now he cannot leave this college and go to and join some other college. That's why he had his option of leaving the college, his option of taking German, both of them were closed. So on a compulsory basis, he had to opt for French again, and so he did not know French. That's why he wanted to learn French well, and that's why he went to his cousin to take some lessons of French. So he was going regularly to his cousin in order to learn French, and there we see that his cousin was an architect's wife. She was the wife of an architect. So, and now we see the question from Miss Belaraja. Was it then that you decided you wanted to do architecture? So she is asking the question, was that at that time you decided, because he was going to the architect's office regularly. That's why at that time were you motivated to become an architect? Now let's see the answer of Hafiz the contractor. Actually, it all happened quite by chance. In architect's office, I saw somebody drawing a window details. A window details is very advanced drawing. I told him that his drawing was wrong, that the window he had drawn would not open. So there one day when he went for a tuition there, when he went to learn French there was a drawing in the table on the office. There was somebody, maybe an engineer, he was drawing, an architect was drawing the window details. just looking at it casually, Hafiz said, "You are drawing it well, but the problem is when you completely construct this building, this window will not open," he said. And then that engineer had a bet with him. So he then had a bet with me, and later he found that indeed his drawing was wrong. My cousin's husband was surprised. He asked me to draw a few specific things which I immediately did. So when after the construction, they found that they could not open that window. When they could not open the window, they were really surprised. His cousin's husband was surprised, as well as the other architects were surprised at his brilliance, because he could predict it only when the drawing was in the preliminary stage, in the first stage, where as soon as he saw it, he could immediately realize that this window will not open up. So, looking at his brilliance, his cousin's husband was really surprised, and immediately he asked him to design a few specific drawings. He asked me to design a house, and I designed a house. After that, he told me to drop everything and join architecture. So here what happens is, first, after looking at the way that he did, he was really surprised, and he gave him number of designs to draw. He was immediately, just very casually, very easily, he was drawing the details that he has asked for, the design that he has asked for. So he was able to do it. That's why he asked him to design a house. He designed a house. So his cousin's husband asked him, immediately just drop everything, drop your degree and everything, and I will see that he will join the architecture, he said. So let us see what would happen next. We went to meet the principal of the college. They went to meet the principal of the architectural college, and there the principal warned me, I will allow you to take part in the entrance exams. If you do not do well, I will not allow you to join. So the principal gave him a warning. I will let you participate in the entrance examinations. If you do well, on the condition that you do well in the entrance examination, I am going to offer you a seat in the architecture college, he said. So now you see how by chance this one has happened. Now let us see. I got an A+ in the entrance exam, and from that day it was a cakewalk. I had never made a plan, but I knew how something looked like from the top. I had never known what a section was, but I knew if you cut out a plan what it would look like. So once he has written the entrance examination, he got A+ rank, 8th grade, and then immediately they asked him to join the college. And then from that day it was a cakewalk. What is the meaning of the word cakewalk? Let's see the meaning of the word cakewalk, and we'll get back to it. So cakewalk means a very easy task. So we know that he was performing very poorly in his studies, but here after securing the A+ rank in the entrance examination, and for him it has become very easy to pursue his studies. So from that day onwards it was a cakewalk for him. Even the studies were very easy, and he used to get good marks. I stood first in class, first throughout after that. So he got first rank in the examinations, and from there on first in everything. So now let us see what made him become such a great architect, so easy. He was able to get so easily in the exam, get through in the studies so easily as an architect. How could this happen? And he says, I believe that all this understanding came from what I used to play and do during school. And he says that all this understanding came for him because not only from his games, of course from his games, but also from what he used to do in the school. So let us see what he used to do in the school. Now if we take this statement, we see a picture here. If you see a sportsman, he stands, here. He stands here, and then when he stands right in front of the basket to shoot the ball into the basket, what you can see is, how the view is, how the basket's view is from the straight. Let's suppose you are standing under the basket and you get a view like this when you are standing under the basket. And similarly, when you are in a football court, you see when you are taking a corner shot, you have got very narrow margin for this ball to go and fall into this goal post. There is a very narrow margin. So from here, from the corner side, the goal post looks like this. And then if you see from the straight, the goal post looks like this, having an enormous space for the ball to go into the goal post. So this is how we see it. And then similarly, this is the Imperial building in Mumbai, constructed by Hafiz the contractor. You see how he knows, because from the games what he has learnt is how something appears from one side and how something appears from the other side. So even the Imperial building that he has designed, it appears from one side, it appears like this, and from the back view we see in the right side. In the right side we see how it looks like from behind. So this is the thing that he has attained by playing, and not only by playing but also from the other activities that he had done in the school. So this is what we learn. And then there are certain innate abilities that made him an architect. One is his abilities for the sketches. So what we know is he was able to draw well. That we have seen when his cousin's husband asked him to draw certain sketches, he was able to draw immediately, and he was able to give it to him. So from there we know that he was able to do the sketches well. And then next thing is he remembers when he reads usually when we read a book we remember point by point, but no, he did not remember things point by point. He remembered things as a photograph, everything as a photograph. So that's what we have learned from his explanation. And then coming on to the next thing, children, that he had a lot of interest in sports. So while having a lot of interest in the sports, and since he had got a lot of interest in the sports, all the time he has been playing, he knew how the goalpost looks from one end and how it looks from the straight, when he is standing at straight, when he is standing at the corner, how the goalpost looks, as we have seen in the earlier images. So he knows it. That's why he was able to draw sketches easily. That has contributed for him. And we know that he has learned a lot. We have learned a lot from being a sportsman. And then this is how we are going to end this session. Thank you very much, and we'll see a few more things about the Hafiz the contractor later. Thank you very much.